Dear friends, welcome to Homeschooling Channel, Standard 10th, Social Science, History, Unit 1, Outbreak of World War and its Aftermath. Let's see about the fallout of the First World War. The First World War left a deep impact on European society and polity. 8 million people had died in 4 years, while more than twice as many were wounded and many crippled for life. The outcome in all countries was imbalance between the sexes, a shortage of men. Soldiers came to be placed above civilians. The most striking of all was the rise and consolidation of the Soviet Union. America entered the war as a debtor country, but it emerged as the moneylender to the world in the aftermath of the war. This is Mustafa Kemal Pasha. He played a remarkable role for Turkey's rebirth as a nation. Kemal Pasha modernized Turkey and changed it. He got full support from Soviet Union. Let's see the impact on India. The British recruited a vast Indian soldiers to serve in Europe, Africa, and West Asia. After the war, the soldiers came back with new ideas which had an impact on the Indian society. India had contributed 125 pounds million in loans and 230 pounds million in cash and 250 pounds million in war materials. So, because of this, India has faced a severe economic crisis. There were grain riots as poor people looted shops. The war conditions led to the rise of home rule movement in India. The Congress was reunited. Thus, the war had multiple effects on Indian society, economy, and politics. Now, let's see about the peace organization, which is known as League of Nations, formed after the World War I. The League was organized due to the pressure from the President Wilson that this task was accomplished. In the drawing up of the constitution of this organization, the ideas of Britain and America prevailed. It was formed in the year 1920. The League was consisted of five bodies: the Assembly, the Council, the Secretariat, the Permanent Court of Justice, and International Labour Organization. Each member countries was represented in the assembly. The council was the executive of the league. Britain, France, Italy, Japan and United States were originally declared permanent members of the council. Each member had one vote, and since all decision had to be unanimous, even the small nations possessed the right of veto. The Secretariat of the League of Nations was located at Geneva. Its first Secretary General was Sir Eric Drummond from Britain. The International Court of Justice was set up in The Hague. The court was made of 15 judges. The International Labour Organization comprised a secretariat and general conference which included four representatives from each country. The objectives of the League. The twofold objective of the League of Nations was to avoid war and maintain peace in the world. The League intended to act as mediator and judges and thereby resolve a dispute in its early stages. But the difficulty in achieving the objectives arose. This is because the absence of three great powers, namely United States of America, Germany, and Russia. Later, Germany and Russia were joined in the year 1926 and 1934. But while Germany resigned in 1933 and Russia was expelled in 1939. So let's see some of the activities of the League. The League was called in to settle a number of disputes between 1920 to 1925. So it was successful in three issues. In the year 1920, a dispute arose between Sweden and Finland over the sovereignty of Åland Islands. The League ruled that the islands should go to Finland. In the next year, the League was asked to settle the frontier between Poland and Germany in Upper Silesia, which was successfully resolved by the League. The third dispute was between Greece and Bulgaria in the year 1925. Greece invaded Bulgaria and the League ordered a ceasefire. That means temporary stoppage of a war. After investigation, League blamed Greece and decided that Greece was to pay reparations, that means fine. Thus, the League had been successful in the above issues. Germany joined the League and was given a permanent seat on the Council. After 2 years, the United States and Russia began to participate in the non political activities of the League. The League was faced many problems. One of the problem was disarmament. The reduction of a military establishment to some level is called disarmament. The first problem is how the European power was to achieve disarmament. So, in 1925, the Council of the League set up a commission to hold a disarmament conference to sort out the problem. But this conference materialized only in February 1932. In this conference, Germany's demand of equality of arms with France was rejected. So, in October, Hitler withdrew Germany from the conference and from the League. Japan attacked Manchuria in September 1931 and the League opposed Japan. So, Japan also followed the example of Germany and resigned from the League. In the context of Italy's attack on Ethiopia, the League applied sanctions. As the sanctions came into effect, Italy resigned from the League in the year 1937. Thereafter, the League was a passive witness to evidence, taking no part in the crisis over the Rhineland, Austria, Czechoslovakia, and Poland. The last decisive action the League took was in December 1939 when Russia was expelled for her attack on the Finland. The assembly did not meet again and League of Nations was finally dissolved in 1946. Now, this is the time to think causes of failure of the League. The League appeared to be an organization of those who were victorious in the First World War. Since it lacked the military power of its own, it could not enforce its decisions. The founders of the peace organization underestimated the power of nationalism. The principle of collective security could not be applied in actual practice. When Italy, Japan, and Germany, headed by the dictators, refused to be bound by the orders of the League, Britain and France were the only major powers to act decisively. So, these are the reasons for the failure of the League of Nations. And, friends, this is the question corner. When was the League of Nations formed? Write your answers in the comment section. For more videos, stay tuned with Homeschooling channel. Thank you.